My name is Danita and my Indian name is Lightning Rock Woman, and I am 51 years old. I have 2 children, and I have 9 grandchildren, and I've been living with HIV for the past 12 years of my life. I'm also co-infected, but I'm taking treatment right now for Hep C, and I think I've come a long way from 12 years ago dealing with my HIV, and today I accept my illness, and it's actually helping me to live a longer and a more healthy life at the moment. And I feel content right now in my life, and um, I don't know. I like my job, what I'm doing. I'm a peer mentor, and with that, I get to deal with people living with HIV and helping them. So that's what I'm doing, and I enjoy what I'm doing, and I enjoy also being an advocate and activist for HIV. I like going to conferences, and I also sit on the board of CAN, which I enjoy doing, and I'm learning more about HIV across Canada, and I'm seeing all kinds of different perspectives, and it's a new learning. It's learning, and it's also helping me to heal, and it's also helping me to help my community. Well, I think dealing with my HIV doctor at the hospital, I think it's always a good experience for me. Um, I do get any kind of issues I have with my illnesses. My doctor is always there to help me and to make sure that I'm getting treated properly in my care. And so right now, like my CD4 count is very high. And my viral load is undetectable. So I'm rather feeling really healthy, except for colds that I'm experiencing at times. But other than that, I'm in good health, and I try to keep healthy by eating right and by getting my sleep, and staying away from negative habits that I used to have and negative people. I welcome positive changes in my life and positive outings, um, and I like for that. I like for everybody to experience what I'm going through, but I know that I know that there's people who are unable to, and um, I'm just a person to what wants to help the other people. When I was first diagnosed, I had really began to go spiraling downhill. I had started to give up on myself. Um, I had lost my son to social services. Um, but then, as I started dealing with my HIV, I had started coming out and wanting to get help for myself by going to treatments and dealing with my problems that I knew that I had, because I know a lot of my habits and that were formed because of um, trauma that I experienced as a child. I had to learn how to deal with that trauma, and I had to learn to talk about it and just to deal with it, and to forgive my parents, and I had to forgive myself. But today I got my son home, and I turned that around, and but I had to learn to deal with HIV first.
You're doing good. You're good. Doing good, Danita.
Learning to grow, I guess, and having that voice and using the voice that I have now that I found. So now when I have a barrier, I don't just leave it. I just go through it, and I try my best to overcome it by speaking up for myself and not letting myself be a victim anymore. I was working at AIDS Program South Saskatchewan at the time when it came out, and I was asked to become involved in it, and started. I had started to become involved in it, but then I left my job and I moved away. But when I came back 3 years ago, I became reacquainted with it, and I'm really glad that I've joined back again because we really do need peer mentors in Regina. We do need it in Saskatchewan. It's a program that really helps people living with HIV. Um, Myself and my other peers, we've all had to go through a lot of training to become one, and so we are knowledgeable, and we always continue to gain more training. And I like learning, and I like meeting new people, and I think this is a really good program for people who are living with HIV, and they need that help, that little guidance, I guess, from people who have lived it, and they know what HIV is all about, and um, I'm glad that I'm helping other women right now. I've been practicing self care. First of all, when I'm sick or um, I stay home in bed. I spend a whole day in bed, and that's my self care, getting over however I'm feeling, if I'm sick or just not feeling well. Other ways I practice self care is I go to sweats, and it's usually when I go to a sweat, it's because I'm unbalanced, and I need to get stuff that I've been keeping inside of myself. And when I'm in a sweat, I just let that all out. I cry it all out. I come out and I feel really renewed, and I do that at least once a month. And right, and I used to go to church, but right now I'm not. I'm kind of don't know what I'm on, don't know what I want to do right now. But I think going to church, and I think looking after your spiritual side is very important, and staying connected to your higher power, whoever that may be. It could be the Creator, it could be God, um, could be a rock, and being connected and staying solid and grounded helps me to have that looking after myself in a good way. And other stuff I like to do is I like walking, taking walks. I like spending time with my family, my immediate family, and my grandchildren. And I love playing with my cats. I have 6 cats at home. And um, and also just being in a community is also a good feeling, like going to round dances and finding healthy opportunities to enjoy life, I guess. Okay, I really, really believe that culture saves lives. If you're connected with your culture, it helps you. You know, you understand your identity, and for me myself, I had to learn that because I didn't grow up with my parents. I grew up in a foster home, and I didn't know anything about that. And in my adulthood, 20s and 30s, 40s, middle 40s, I didn't know anything. So it's just been recently now that I've accepted who I am, and I want to know who exactly I am. I mean, I want to know where my family, my people came from, and it all has to do with culture. And I'm learning my culture right now by going to sweats and doing my smudging, going to round dances, listening to power music, and that all helps me to know who I am. And I think a person that knows they're who they are, and it's it's really helpful to them. So yeah, culture does save lives. Because we have such a high HIV epidemic rate, it seems like in Saskatchewan and especially in Regina here, I like to see more people standing up and stepping up to the plate and creating more awareness around HIV and not to be so scared to talk about it. Talk to people to get tested. We need to get these people tested. The people who are walking around that they don't know that they have it, and then they don't know that they're spreading it, and we need to get that kind of like push forward. Come on, we need more words. We need more voices, and we need more people out there to help with that. Not just people like me, but like ordinary people. Not, you know what I mean? I would tell them that they're not alone, and I could tell them that there's help out there if you really, really want it, and if you really, really want to change, you can change. Because I was able to change. I always thought I could never change. I thought I would die a drug addict, and I know I'm not going to. But you have to want that change, and there's a lot of people and a lot of helpers in the community that is willing to help. So that's, you're welcome.